What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, and this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever on the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic you choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topics as you specifically as you like, from sports, science to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, MrGentleman Like That Podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code MrGentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all, download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, and enjoy the show. You are now listening to MrGentleman Like That Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast with Ken, aka MrGentleman,
and your girl Vanna B. Tap in.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Boy Podcast, and your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. It's time to bring back another spin-off series. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast. And you know, myself and Vanna B is back. So on this episode, we're going to talk about relationships and many more. So you already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
Hi, this is Amanda from Dating Will Be the Death of Me, and you are listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, and this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Like That Podcast, where we bring many guests telling about their stories about their brand they got going on. Also about me telling y'all my personal stories about things that are going on in my life. Also, we have many spin-off shows on MrGentleman Like That Podcast called The Old School Show with myself and the Star Writing Rod, where we talk anything old school, which happen every 4th or 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. on the MrGentleman Like That Podcast Network. And another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many artists about their music journey. And also we have a roundtable music discussion about anything music, and which should come on every first Sunday at 12 a.m. on MrGentleman Like That Podcast Network. And yeah, you already know, if y'all need a podcast to listen to, check out MrGentleman Like That Podcast. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Good Pod, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Good Pod, Podchaser, and Apple Podcasts. You know, the more y'all rate, the more love the show get. Y'all can also check it out on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube now. Ken, aka MrGentleman, like that TV, and also support the website of MrGentleman, like the podcast, MrGentleman, like that podcast.com. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and have a good day, night, wherever you're listening to this episode. Back to the show. Cheers!
Hey, this is your girl, Vanna B, and you're kicking it and listening to my boy on MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, the time for the Gentleman Like That Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast. And I'm about to bring back my co-host, Miss Vanna B. Miss Vanna, how you doing? Welcome back.
I am good. Chill. It's together. But yes, guys, we're back. I'm excited. I missed you all. And I missed, of course, my amazing host. So yes.
Yes. First thing first, Happy New Year. Because it's been a while since we did a Date Night Talk episode. So before we get to the main topic, how you been? What you been up to? Give us a little update on life and stuff.
I mean, there's no real big update, just working, life, and just that. I'm happy, I'm good. So, I'm excited about that. I missed you all. And I think that's it.
There you go. And to answer the same question, I've been good. I've been doing a lot. Getting back to finding myself again, and I'm getting it now. And also, I just got the latest. I just got on the LA Void article, so yeah, check that out. And yeah, big thing for 2023.
And I saw that, so I'm gonna cut you off. I saw that, so I was like, okay, friend, okay. Big things are going.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But big up, I'm really proud of you for that. So yes.
I appreciate it, Miss Vanna. I appreciate it. Thank you. So this episode, it's gonna be about relationships. So, and yeah, and the first thing we're gonna talk about is friend zone. Like, when you think of friend zone, what do you think about?
I think about someone as like a potential good a friend that could be a partner, but it's kind of like I don't know. I've definitely friend zoned some people, and there's one person in particular that I did friend zone that I kind of I wish, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let me get my thoughts there. I friend zoned someone that not a lot of people, but certain people around me knew that it was more than a friend zone situation. And but yeah, and I kind of, there's some days I do wish that me and that person kind of just went the distance, but I'm not regretting what happened.
I see. I know friend zone pretty much the same meaning for you. I have been friend zoned a lot. I even friend zoned a few people myself, and I didn't even realize I friend zoned them. And yeah, and I can hold you. Sometimes I feel like I messed up on that, but yeah, So tell us a friend zone story.
I feel like I'd rather not. I mean, in this stage of my life now, I feel like, okay, this is kind of awkward now. So where I am now, right now, doesn't reflect on how I felt about that person in the past. There was someone that I really did care about a lot. And when I met that person, God, I feel like this is about to bite me in the ass, but here we go. I met that person and I fell for their soul and who they were, and just they were my person. I kind of felt like they were if you watch The Best Man, how you had Tay Diggs, Nia Long, that situation. I felt that. I feel like that was my person. And, you know, they were cool, amazing person. Like they had a partner, I had a partner. We both met each other. And I feel like the more I talk, people will be like, "Oh shoot, we know who she's talking about." And I felt like I had a best friend pretty much in the whatever. So that was someone I confided in, someone that I cared about, someone that I just was my person, and so on and so forth. So, you know, he was in the friend zone, but everyone's like, "Oh, y'all gonna be more than friends." I'm like, "No," or whatever. But life happened, stuff happened, and you know, that person got married, that person had kids, that person had a partner, and I just had to like suck it up and deal with it, and just kind of be like, you know what, that's my best friend. I'm gonna deal with it, and so that's what I did. Like, yeah, but I feel like when this all comes out, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit." But that was my person. That was. Dang, it is. And even though like me and that person don't talk today, I will say that was my person. That was my best friend. That was my person, and that's the person I was in love with. So that's it. Ooh, go ahead.
There you go. And you know, my bad for that. Put you on the spot. But yeah, you know, those stories, Miss Vanna. For me, I mean, I got to tell a story where I friends with somebody. For me, it always seemed to be like, you know, I always seem to talk to somebody, and me and that person is cool. Mm-hmm. But then somebody else, I guess, come a little stronger. Mm-hmm. And I end up friends with the other person, but then me and the other person don't work out, and then the other person end up, you know, getting married, having kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those are really usually the worst type of feeling. And sometimes, you know.
But do you feel like you're able to be in a friend zone with someone? Okay, my question is.
Hold on. Bottom of the questions. Here we go.
Can you be in a friend zone with someone that you are in love with?
That's a good question. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Back in the day, I could never be in a friend zone with somebody I was in love with. Mm-hmm. Now that, you know, I'm in a different place, I think it. I feel like it could be dependent on the person. It depends on how deep I was with that person, or you know, something like that. If I feel like if that person hurt me, then I probably couldn't. If me and that person end on good terms, then I think it's a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Because it is people who I used to, you know, deal with, not exactly exes, but if somebody, you know, if we were just dating, but we were seriously dating, and we do friends to this day, so it's possible. And I have strong feelings for them, so it's definitely possible, you know, to do that, you know. So yeah, it's possible. Okay. So there you go. All right. So next question is, what are the different types of relationships? I might need your facts for this one.
Okay. Like, what do you mean? Exactly.
Like I guess different types of relationship. Like different types of. It's hard to explain. It really is hard to explain. I should have been more clear. I guess the different types of relationship, as in like monogamous and long distance and monogamy, stuff like that.
I mean, so you have monogamy, which is like you and someone else. Poly, which is multiple people, in which I'm here for that. Long distance, I mean, we can talk about that later. Long distance, which is definitely different because long distance and
and don't worry, we're gonna talk about that in this episode. Long distance, that's actually a part of one of the topics for this episode, so we're gonna talk about that. Continue.
But I do feel like it's kind of like based on like what you and your partner want and like what you guys' expectations are. But I mean, so I feel like the main part is monogamy, polyamorous is the proper term. and then just just being by yourself. So self relationship.
Yeah. So I'm gonna name the 10 types of relationship because it's 10. It's 10 from what I found out. From what I found out. So we do got the monogamous, which is I hope I said it right. It was the traditional, traditional open relationship is where you with somebody, but you have the permission to be with somebody else as well. Poly, like you mentioned, is multiple people. Long distance.
But I do feel like, not that I feel like for poly, I feel like there has to be a conversation about that because some people are like, oh, poly, I can just do whatever. But it's like, no, there's an actual situation that goes to that.
Yeah, I feel like some people get that meaning out of term. I'm not gonna hold you. But next we got long distance, of course. Then we got a dominant and submission relationship.
Because I feel like a dominant and submissive can be in one monogamous relationship. So
yeah. Also, we got codependent relationship. Then we got casual relationship, and then last but not least, friends with benefit. Yeah,
I feel like we can kind of bundle up everything right now and just kind of. All right, so friends with benefits, I feel like that's just more of it's a situationship. There's some things that are relationships, but it's some things that are situationships. And I think friends with benefits, is definitely a friends with benefits or situationship. Polygamy is the termination. It's like something that you and your partner agree on. And for some people, wait, actually, let me go back. Let me not say that in entirety. I do feel like when people say polygamy, oh, I can have 2 girlfriends and do whatever, it's not just that. It's a whole aspect of that. Because even let me not say that. Actually, no. I'm gonna say that. But I feel like that's a whole situation. Friends with benefits, again, that's just that's why a lot of situationships, guys, happen because you're friends with benefits. And so on and so forth, because you don't want the lockdown, not the lockdown, but you don't want the labels and being required to be with that person. But that's how things happen. So it's just, listen, we all been friends with benefits. One way or another. I think we all have.
Oh, it's like that was my next question. Have you ever been in a friend with benefit? That was my next question. So good thing you kind of answered it a little bit. So yeah.
So what was the question?
I'm gonna ask you, have you ever been in a friend with benefit?
Yes. Yep, definitely have.
And I had also.
Definitely have. Yes.
Yeah, we don't have to get deep into this. We don't have to get deep in that.
No, I mean, you know what? I feel like for everybody else, it's only fair to be honest and transparent. So it's fine. But yes, I have.
Okay. Do you want to tell your experience?
What was that the second question?
Yeah.
So yes, I did have a situationship with someone. That person was like a dear friend to me, and it's stuff. Life happened. It happened. I don't know how to clean it up or make it seem like whatever. But people who know me, if you know me outside of this, then you know. If you know, you know. That's it.
There you go. So, have I been one? I have been in one. I
can ask you.
Yeah.
I can clear it up. Have you been in a situationship?
Yes, I have. So the person it was with a person that I knew through a friend. When I was doing my nightlife days and stuff like that. And the thing was, this person really liked me. But next thing you know, we would just, I guess you could say mess around, for a long period of time. until later it turned into us started dating, but it never got to that relationship point. But we just started dating, and then later it just fell apart. So yeah, so let's get a little detail on that. Yeah. There you go.
So how did that end up? Like, what happened after that? Like, it's like it is what it is, and you kind of just chuck deuces, or what happened?
So what happened was, like, we were dealing with each other in the situationship way. Then we started dating. Then I found out she told me that she was dealing with her ex. I don't know how I just do it. It sounds like this way happened to me and stuff like that. But at the same time, she said she would phone for me and stuff like that. And then one day we had a bad date on Valentine's Day, and that when we just stopped talking. Me and her, we connected a couple years later, you know, just to catch up, and then she ended up getting married. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, not in this with this. I feel like we all, like, we had, like, I feel like excuse me, y'all, with relationships, like, we kind of, like, we get out here and dealt with some bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I feel like, you know, you meet someone, you feel like, you know, they're the one it's my person, I'm in love with them, so on and so forth, and then shit happens. Sorry to say that, but
you ain't know, you can curse it.
Yeah, but like shit happens, and I agree. Like, you know, we kind of feel like, you know, I find that person, they're my person, they're my one, they're my true love, and then shit happens and life hits the fans, because when you're infatuated, well, not infatuated per se, but I do feel like when you're in the honeymoon stage, as they say, everything, like, that person can do no wrong in your eyes. Like, you're like, oh my god,
that's a real fact,
bro. I'm telling you, honeymoon stage, they're perfect, they're amazing, they're the love of your life, they can't do no wrong, they can flirt in this beautiful, and it's like, no, it's not, that's not what happens. But yeah, no, shit happens, y'all. Shit definitely happens.
So you know what, they come from being a random question. So how long do you feel the honeymoon stage lasts to you? Like, in your experience, how long do you feel that honeymoon stage lasts?
All right, so I can say, respectfully, in my relationship now, we're still in the honeymoon phase, and the fact that we'll be a year in March of this year. Oh, wow. But I feel like, we'll be a year in March. But I do feel like the honeymoon stage is normally like 8 to 24 months, maybe. I don't know. Like, even now, like, to be transparency is always my thing. So we did have like an issue, and I was like, yo, I'm breaking up with you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't know, whatever. But I feel like it can be a year to over a year, but I also feel like it's how much you can take.
Yeah.
And then I also feel like it can be a position of how much you can take and how much, like, you're going to be transparent with that person. I do feel like sometimes, like when you're with someone and you get into a new relationship, you're like, oh my God, you're amazing, you're perfect, I love you, you're great. But I do feel like it has to be a point where you have to be transparent on what you've been through.
Yeah.
I hate using the word trauma, but maybe that's the best word. But you have to be like openly and like transparent and say, like, you know what, this is the trauma that I've been through, and this is what I will deal with and what I can't deal with. So I do feel like it's kind of up to you, you know, what you will put up, and then also, like, you have to have this uncomfortable conversation with your partner to see, you know, what you want to deal with.
Yeah, that's true. Based on my experience, I usually could say 6 months to 8 months. Based on my experience.
6 months, okay.
Yeah, 6 months to 8 months is usually when the honeymoon phase ends. So yeah.
My question is, excuse me.
Oh, here you go. Questions.
Do you feel like it's different post pandemic, or is it about the same?
Oh,
so actually, let me reword this. Do you feel like relationships were different before the pandemic and after the pandemic? And for you?
Yeah, for me, way different before the pandemic. I mean, these days now, because I feel like I've barely been in a relationship since post-pandemic. So I'm out here in these streets wondering, how do I date again? How do I get a relationship again? I'm lost. It's a completely different world. And when I was in one last year, it felt different because we were still kind of in the pandemic, so we didn't do really know outdoor dates. And we were doing mainly indoor dates. I wasn't used to that. But it was like a new environment. I never used to indoor dates, so it's like, yeah, what do I really do? You know, it's hard. You know, based on my experience, I used to go big on dates, and I couldn't do that. So it's like, dang, you know, it wasn't. I guess it was not in my element.
So now I feel like this is like a whole nother conversation. But I do feel like you or men or X, Y, and Z like dating. Like, okay, so as far as dates, like, so example for me is like I am a big date person. Like, I love dates. I love, like, you know, you planning and do whatever. Like,
that is a fact. That is a fact.
Wait. Okay. So my question is, like, for example, let's say, all right, right now we're recording right now, and if you say to me like, yo, just meet me somewhere and we just go in the city and just walk around and just like, I'm a corny date person. I'm a very, like, you don't have to be extravagant, you don't have to do all that or whatever. So like, if you call me right now and be like, yo, we're going to the city, we're gonna walk around, we're gonna be like, you don't have to tell me all that, but we can get to the city, we can walk around, we can see the windows, I can eat pizza because I love me some good pizza, and just be boring and like corny. Or we can go ice skating, and because I can't ice skate, but I'll do it for you. Like, I'm a fool, but I can do that. Do you feel like some days that people, not people per se, but like they are like more like the pricing of like people analyze dates as like how much it costs versus like what it is?
Well, before I answer, first thing first, check out the last episode that we spoke about dating, even though it was like back in May. Do check that episode out. You know, we have a really good conversation about dating, so check that episode out. Now back to this question. That is a good question. I know when I used to be dating before the pandemic, money was never an issue. My mindset was, as long as the person I'm with have a good time, we end up having a good connection and good vibe. That was always my mindset when it came to dating. Because it gotta be when it comes to me, it usually depends on the person, really. If I'm feeling you, then I'm gonna give you a big date. If I'm not feeling you like that, we start small and then we build ourselves further, depending on our connection. And if I'm interested to know you, we meet in the middle, and I just do a simple date just to touch you how you will react to a simple date. Something like that. It basically depends on the person for me, basically.
But I do feel like sometimes, like, either I don't know if it's like a man thing or woman thing or X, Y, and Z. It's like, I don't care about how much you spend. Like, girl, like, I'm a Groupon. You find something on Groupon, I'm like, yes. Like, you know what? Like, I don't. Some people, like, I realize, like, that even the other day, someone's like, oh, I want to marry you, but we can't afford to, like, have a big wedding. Let's just go to City Hall. Let's get it done. Let's whatever. I'm not a City Hall type of bitch. I'm like, but if a person's gonna be able to invest their time and really want to be with you and really, like, whatever you want to do, I'm down for it. Like, I'm like, listen, we can go ice skating, just don't see me City Pond, because, you know, we gonna talk about it. But it's like, if you're thoughtful or mindful, I don't know what the actual the actual term is, but it's like, yo, if you're my shorty, and, well, not my shorty, let me not say that, if you're my partner and we're gonna go out and do something, then it's fine. It's okay with that. But I do feel like sometimes that people do value their dating or whatever based on how much they spend, and I just don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
but I would say that these days it's harder to date because women. I can say, but some women, because you're not like that, so that's good. Some women like to think big. They like crazy things, and when you can't get them that, they're gonna think you broke, or stuff like that. So it's like dating these days is completely different. It's harder. It's harder these days because it's hard to find a simple woman who just want to do simple things. So yeah.
I mean, it's definitely hard. Like even me, like with me and my partner now, like we're going to seeing like 2 months. I think I want to say if we're still together. Joking, love you, babe. But like we're going there because like it's a concert happening. But I feel like it's like I'm very big on making like the most out of the basic memories. Like even it's like us going to like go get ice cream or just doing basic shit. Like excuse me, like basic. I do feel like it's just like sometimes again I don't want to call myself basic, but I do feel like, and what I've learned in life is like I make the most memories off the basic shit that happens in my life.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I've done the most amazing things with the basic shit, and so the partner that I'm with, it might just be us just going to the grocery store and just laughing or whatever. It might just be us going to Rival Center and just going to get a margarita or just walking around. It just might be like the basic situations. And I do feel like, and again, you guys can call me basic, call me like whatever. But I do feel like at the end of the day, because I think my perspective is I've lost a lot, and I look at what I've gained, and I look at like the people that I have around me. So it's like for me, it's like if my partner just wants to like, we gonna sit in the house, and like I'm a couch person. Like I don't like going out. I hate doing that shit some days. But if me and him will sit here and just watch fucking Law and Order, that's what we're gonna do it, and that makes me happy. If he understands the fact of the matter, if he goes to the store that I want Arizona iced tea, I want the green tea, he understands that. He does that. So I think sometimes like I don't want like the big, extravagant shit. I mean, if you want to give me a Birkin, but if you want to give me like a cute little bag, mama, I will take it. However, I feel like I'm in the perspective right now in my life. It's like, you know what? I want that person to like, it's simple shit. It's corny shit. That's all I want.
Yeah, there you go. So now we're gonna dive into some relationship history. So first thing first, I asked you the question like multiple times. I ask myself this too. Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Okay, so when was the first time you've been in love? Explain your first.
Oh God. Jesus Christ. I was in love quite some time ago. But I can honestly say right now in my life, I'm in love, and I'm happy. It's not perfect, but I'm happy. I'm in love. Yes.
That's good. So, during your lifetime, how many times have you been in love?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Because it's a difference between infatuation and love. So
it is.
Because some people have to understand that portion of their life. I honestly, transparently, I've been in love twice.
Okay. And I could agree. I also been in love twice, so I could definitely relate on that. And yes, also to answer the question, yes, I have been in love as well. Yes. Yeah. Stuff like that. So, explain your longest. What was your longest relationship, and what were your shortest?
The longest relationship is like the way my best friends, because they're my best friends, and I said that to like my other like close friend not too long ago. Like I feel like my best like long lasting relationships have been my best friends.
Oh, well, hold on. I'm not talking about your friendship relationship. I'm talking about your
but you said relationships, but I will say
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get what you mean.
But I will say like I don't give my best friends, my close friends, like their flowers. I don't, because I'm just like I don't like being mushy. I hate that. And what is she ain't that type of girl. But I will say like my best close relationships has been my best friends. I said it to one of them, but actually not too long ago, like last week. I want to say. I definitely said it to her, and I didn't say it to the other ones. So when she hears this, hopefully she will. I don't say it to her often, but those are my close relationships. Like I value my relationships with my best friends. Young Gunner, there you go. Give your shout out. And then my other friend that I actually hated, and I was like, I didn't like her when I met her. But either way. So shout out to Teresa and Danielle. So shout out to y'all. Either way, my longest relationship, oh God, it's probably the one that yo, you put me on the spot right now.
This is a discussion for me too, though. This is a discussion for me too.
So I will say that I was with someone. I dealt with someone from 25 to damn near 35. Well, not even 35 because I was in a relationship. Well, I'm still in a relationship with that person. So probably 9 years.
Oh, wow.
Respectfully, 8.5, 9 years. Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
That person. Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
That person. We gonna edit all this, so we gonna. But no, but honestly, like that person I actually met, the person that I was engaged with, I met them a month after me turning 25. I met that person, and yeah, I was definitely ride or die for that person, and then life happened, and here we are. What about you?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, and it was with the first love.
Oh.
Well, it was a long story about that. Yeah, it's relationship was cool, then it got really bad, and yeah. It was a that relationship was live.
So, as of like right now, do you feel like, are you ready to love again, or are you like just kind of just playing it field by field?
I know right now for me, I'm getting myself together. But it's a big but. When I feel like the right person happened to come back in my life, then yeah, I definitely want my love again. I'm open for it, but I want to make sure that I'm able to get that person the love that they deserve.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm definitely open to love again. Yeah, I'm definitely open to love again. That's actually one thing that I want to do this year. So yeah, but of course But I don't rush that. That person come.
Okay.
So there you go.
What's the next question?
So what is your shortest relationship?
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's like 3 months or like 3 months maybe. I mean, so you know what? Like I feel like I hate like being horny, but I feel like I'm a relationship type of girl. Like if I vibe with you and I like your situation, whatever. I love relationships. Like, I love love, and I feel corny saying that, you know. So I don't even know what my shortest would be. Like, maybe 3 months, maybe. But if I vibe with you and I love you and I'm like really like, ooh, yeah, SM, that's me.
You? 1 month. Yeah, I did have a relationship that was 1 month. It just didn't work out.
And, 1 month is crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. And think about it, you know, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I love relationships. So it's like, but I guess it's the people that I pick just don't work out. Maybe I messed up with some parts too, but you live, you learn.
Listen, exactly, because I'm trying to like learn right now. So definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So let's get away from this awkward question. Let's get away from this awkward question. And tell me an experience about a long distance relationship.
All right, so the one that I can speak on, I won't say the person's name. I went away, so it was someone that was a friend, but I always liked that person. I was like, all right, they're cute, or whatever, so on and so forth. Either way, long story short, me and that person, we started dating like a month and a half before I had to go away to my college. So I went to VSU, Virginia State University. What's up? And that person came down to see me, but that person was also being very personable with other people. And so I think, yeah, it didn't work out. I thought that was my person, but it wasn't. But yeah, that was it. Long distance was me and him. And that's that. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not gonna go into like detail, but that's that. That was my person. That was someone. We reconnected, but it still wasn't like the same. It was like, you know what? Like, yeah, done.
There you go. For me, I feel like I how to explain it? I feel like I never really had an actual long distance relationship. But it was people that I talked to long distance, but we wasn't in a relationship. But it was like a thing that we always planned to do something, but it just never worked out. And I'm not gonna hold you. Those things is hard. It's really hard to even try something like that, especially because it's hard for me because I got trust issues. So it was always hard. I tried it, but it didn't work for me.
That part too. Like, I feel like, I think from my situation now, in retrospect, was I definitely I still up until this day have like trust issues, but that person, like, that was someone, like, you know, when you're younger, you have like a crush on someone. Yeah, I'm crushing on you. Like, you know, you're young. You're like, damn, how does she like you? Yeah. And like, it's almost like you get the crush of your dreams. Like, you get that person. Like, I didn't think I was gonna ever like. I didn't think at that time that I would be able to like my person, and well, that person per se. And I think like once I got him, I'm like, oh shit, we're together. He came down, but like shit happened, and I feel like I put a lot of not trust per se with that person, but it's like I invested. That's the word. I invested a lot with that person, you know. But that's what it is. Like, I mean, it didn't happen. It's fine. You know, we were cool. You know, we reconnected. It wasn't perfect, which is fine, and it is what it is.
Yeah, there you go. So, the next question I got is sex important in a relationship?
Hello? Hello? Wait. Hello? This is when I feel like, you know, when I'm too transparent, like, the top I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh God. God, how can I explain this? I hate you guys. I hate you really a lot right now.
You can answer first, and then I'll come back.
Do I feel like sex relationship? I feel like it could be, but I know for me, dang, dang, why you have to let me answer first? Oh geez, I feel like it could be, but I know for me that I could be okay without it, but at the same time, we do need it to help the connection grow, in a sort of sense. And yeah, I think so. To answer, yeah, it is important in a relationship. Yeah.
I hate you. Okay, so Lord, I feel like this conversation. I'm like, I pray to God he don't hear this. Okay, so this is why we can alternate or clean stuff up and just whatever. So guess it is for me. For me, it is. I feel like I need to also be able to express myself. So for me, it's like, I'm very sexually fluid. I'm very I enjoy a female's body. I enjoy a male's body. I enjoy that. So for me, sexually, for me to be pleasured, there's certain things that I might like you might be stroking it, oh God, stroking it good, but I might want to tell you on my, I'm more sexually fluid than he is. I'm more expressive than he is. I'm more so bring a female in the bedroom. I don't care. It's fine. I like that. I want that. It's okay for him. He's not that person. So it's kind of interesting for me to be with someone that's not as vocal. I think is the proper word.
Yeah.
And I am, because certain dudes or certain people be like, yo, your shorty wants this. I feel like for the stuff that I'm into, certain men be like, yo, your lady likes all the X, Y, and Z. Why are you not happy? But he's more conservative. But I like to be pleasured a certain way. My pleasuring might just not be your cup of tea. That's it.
Yeah,
that answered it correctly, right?
Yeah, I think he is.
I'm sorry. I was like, that's the easiest way for me to answer it. Like this.
Nah, I get it. So we're gonna end it on a lighter note. We're gonna end this episode on a lighter note. So, what is your goal? Your relationship goal for 2023? What is your relationship goal for 2023 for you and your partner?
I'm trying to be a wife and a mother soon. I do desire to be a wife. I do desire to have a child of my own. It's something that we're kind of, I won't say a struggle, but it's something other things going on. But the person that I am with right now, the person that is my partner in this moment is someone that I want to have a future with. I want to have a child on my own, and I want to give him a child. And I just want to be happy. And we argue back and forth, we have things going on because there's no situation that's perfect. But I do feel like this is, yeah. I want to have a kid. I want to be a wife. I want to make him a father. I want to do all that. And it might not sound right for certain people. It might not sound like, oh, you're doing that just because of them. It's no, it's not that. But he knows what he knows. And that's all I can hope and want for him. And for us. Not for him, but for us. So that's it. And just continue to flourish on my journey and flourish on my career. But definitely a wife and a mother, my career is my goals.
There you go. And anything is possible. And I know that that's what happens for you. I believe it, and we're going to manifest that.
What about you?
For me as a single man, because I am single. Definitely get back out there and take my time on getting back in the dating scene, and hopefully doing that dating scene, that right person will come to me. Somebody that actually want, somebody that actually we got stuff in common, and hopefully I could build a future with. Also, at the same time, continue to grow myself to be the best version of myself, to grow this brand, to grow my career, and do bigger things in life. And every goal that I accomplish, let it happen. I manifest everything great this year when it comes to love, career, the podcast, all my friends good, healthy, family healthy, good health, all that for this year, for myself and everybody else. So yeah.
That's important. Of course, you have to. I feel like it's kind of like this is like a left note. But I do feel like you have to not even pray or manifest stuff for your friends or people that surround you, and just with that. And I want the same for you and whatever comes, and the people that surround me, whatever you want, bruh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna manifest itself.
Yeah, there you go. And we're going to close this episode of Date Night Talk. Thank y'all for tuning in to this turn episode of Date Night Talk. Thank you to my co-host, Ms. Vanna B, for returning. And, we're going to see more of us. And also, you're going to see more of us for the next couple of weeks, because we're going to give you 3 more episodes so we can end season 1 of Date Night Talk. So, yeah, you're going to see more of us. And, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
Ms. Vanna B. Wait, did I do good?
Yeah. That's how you gotta do it like that.
Hold on.
There you go.
Thanks, guys. It's always a pleasure, Mr. Gentleman.
You're right. No, and Vanna, drop everything that let everybody know what you're doing. Drop the social media and all that good stuff.
So you can follow me at Vanna B. So VANNA _BEE. So literally B as in Brittany, E as in elephant again, and you can find me there. And just tap in, and just again, I'm humble and just appreciative of this platform to be with you, of course, Mr. Gentleman. And of course, we're gonna come back with some situations, and hopefully, I'm still in a situation after this. But no, jokingly, but thankfully, for you, Ken, I appreciate it. Mr. Gentleman, I appreciate it. And then also thankfully to my love, and I won't say his name out loud, but I'm gonna give him a little shout out. I thank you, baby. I know we've been going through some stuff, but I love him for that. So here we go.
Shout out to the homie.
Shout out to the homie. It's crazy. Oh, wow.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
All right.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. I'm MrGentleman like the podcast and the Premier Boy podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman like the podcast spin-off shows. And MrGentleman like the podcast has many spin-off shows, but we're gonna talk about this one fan favorite spin-off show called The Old School Show with myself and the star writer Rod, where we talk anything old school, from movies, music, TV shows, childhood memories, and many more. Love this show because of this nostalgic feel, and it always been fun when we have many special guests come to the show. And if you want to check out this spin-off show, y'all can check it out every 4th and sometimes 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. Every 4th and sometimes 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. Also, we have another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many unsigned artists about their music journey, and we play their song on the show, so many audience could know about their music. I wanted to play a platform from unsigned artists so they could come on the show, and so we could spread the word so everybody could take the time and take out their music and stuff like that. Also on the show, we have many roundtable discussion about music. And y'all want to check out this show, y'all can check it out every first Sunday at 12 a.m. every first Sunday at 12 a.m. You can check out both Spinoff shows on MrGentleman, like the Podcast Network. And of course, we have many more Spinoff shows coming real soon. But you can check out the Old School Show and a conversation about music podcast right now. And this is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman from MrGentleman, like the Podcast. And have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Cheers! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in to the latest episode of MrGentleman, like the Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast. Thank you to my co-host, Miss Vanna B, as always. And y'all can catch up for the next couple of weeks. New episode of Date Night Talk every Thursdays for the next couple of weeks at 12 a.m. And y'all already know I'm at every Sunday, MrGentleman, like the Podcast, Eastern Night Sundays at 12 a.m. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show. 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, and Podchasers. The more y'all rate the show, the more people know about the Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And check out the latest episode of the Premier Way Podcast. Myself, Aaron Keith-Oxen, Star Rider Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mountain Mount. Check out this latest episode because it's a special surprise at the end of the episode. So check out the latest episode of the Premier Way Podcast. Y'all already know the Old School Show with myself and the Star Rider Ride. Return with another episode this Sundays at 12 a.m. This Sunday at 12 a.m. where we will be giving y'all the R&B scene part 2000 R&B scene part 2 women R&B artists. So yeah, look out for that. Next Friday is the 4-year anniversary episode of MrGentleman, like the Podcast. So like I said, thank y'all for always tuning in to MrGentleman, like the Podcast. It really means a lot. And we're going to celebrate like we always do. And yeah. So once again, thank y'all. And let's continue to support MrGentleman, like the Podcast. If you want to be a guest on MrGentleman, like the Podcast, y'all can email me about yourself and everything that you do to my email, Ken, ypgent@gmail.com. Ken, ypgent@gmail.com. Or click on the link in my bio and you'll see a section that's called Want to Be a Guest. So just click there and you can fill it out from there. We're doing new things, y'all. Or y'all can hit me on social media, Ken_MrGentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _ Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN, and we can set something up. Add me on Good Pods, Ken MrGentleman, where we cater to many independent podcasters. You can listen to each other's show, we can rate each other's show, and we have the charts. And at this time, I will be doing a chart review on Good Pods for MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And at the recording, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast is number 4 for top 100 show. We are number 4 for top 100 shows, and number 3 for indie charts. For society and culture, we are number 1. We are still number 1 for 15 days. We are still number 1 for 15 days. And I beat my record. So now, yeah, so thank y'all for continuing to listen to MrGentleman, like that podcast. Let's continue to grow the show. And in terms of top 100 episodes, we are number 4 for top 100 episode for the Old School Show, episode 16. So yeah, so I want to say thank y'all for continuing to listen to MrGentleman, like that podcast. Let's continue to grow the show, not only on Good Pods, but on all platforms, y'all. We on Spotify, we on Apple Podcast, we on iHeartRadio, we on Amazon Music, we on Podchasers, YouTube, Ken, aka MrGentleman, like the Podcast Network. Add me on, subscribe to me on YouTube, Ken, aka MrGentleman, like the Podcast Network. And yeah, check out the website, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. You could listen to every episode, watch every video. You can buy merch with TeePublic. You can check out every podcast interview. You can read the blogs. and many more. So support Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast website, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. And once again, thank y'all for tuning in to this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Now, the Old School Show will be back with another episode this Sunday. Also, next Friday will be the 4-year anniversary episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And next Thursdays after that, Date Night Talk return with another episode. Have a good day or night, wherever you're listening to this episode.
Hi, this is Queen Jenny. You listen to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast with Ken the Gentleman.